Alright, I'm out here in the woods to show you my new modifications. I kept some of the webbing, 5 feet of it on each end, from the stock suspension from War Bonnet. And what I did was I got a couple of these Dutch clips. And basically I got a sewn in loop here. It clips into the Dutch clip, comes around a tree, put the other end through. That comes down to a Marlin spike hitch with a toggle. And then I've got my whoopee sling that holds on the knot. That comes down. I've got my adjustment here. That also comes down to a Dutch beaner, which is a drip point. When the water hits this, it's supposed to drop off, so that should be good before it gets to my hammock. And then this is the War Bonnet Blackbird staked out. This is the shelf. This is the other side. Coming over here just to a stake in the ground. And this ridge line is actually supposed to be inside the netting, and I'll fix that here in a minute. But I got the same setup on this side of the line. So I got some upgrades to the hammock, and I thought I'd show a couple of them to you. First one I got here from 2QZQ off Hammock Forums. I'll annotate their website. But basically it's called the Ridgeline Organizer, and they've got several different options, different colors, different fabrics. You can get sewn in loops, or what I got here is just a little Velcro loop, so I can take this on and off as I please, and I don't have to do any, I don't have to take my webbing apart and all that stuff. But it's got 4 separated pockets on it, and I'll show you some more about that here in a minute. But that allows me to have some more storage inside the hammock, along with my, my shelf. And another thing I ordered was a peak bag, which is basically a triangle shaped bag that has a little loop, Grosgain loop on the top of it, and it's got a drawstring opening on the bottom. And that I just took and prussicked a piece of shock cord up here and came down through that loop and put a cord lock on it, so I got adjustability. And I can store clothes in here, or extra stuff sacks or whatever I need in here, and I can use it as a pillow as well. So right now I'm really liking that. I'll show you more on that in a minute. I also have what's called an undercover, which is basically a piece of it's a water resistant material that will protect me from wind and any blowing rain that can get through my get around in the crevices of my tarp or up underneath or whatever. It'll keep me from getting moisture up underneath my hammock. It'll also protect my underquilt that I have here. And so I'm going to rig up my underquilt, which I just did. Didn't take me no time at all. This is a Hammock Gear underquilt. This is the incubator model, and it's got 16 ounces of down in it, 900 fill down, and I had them add an extra 4 ounces of overfill. So this thing is just really fluffy, and it's not very heavy. I think it's just a little bit over a pound, but I tell you what, it's 30 degrees out here in my garage right now, and this thing is keeping me plenty warm. I slept out here in about 40 degrees, and it kept me warm as, just snug as a bug in a rug. Okay, it's about 39 degrees in here right now. I don't know if you can see that, but so it's a little bit chilly out here, and it's 31 degrees outside last time I looked. So I'm gonna go ahead and rig everything up, and I'll come back to you and show you all the details on everything. Be right back. Alright, I have my undercover on here. You can see how low it's hanging right now. Basically, it's got a shock cord on here that runs across the length of it, and then that just comes up with a loop that I just take and put over this knot, and then just take it and put one wrap around it just to make sure it's on there good. And I did that on both ends, and then you come to the middle and you have this shock cord here, or not shock cord, yeah, I guess it is shock cord, and a cord lock. And I'm gonna go ahead and tighten that up real quick. Okay, I snugged everything up. My undercover is now snugged all the way up. You can see there's no gap here on either end. And in the middle, I just cinched up this shock cord here. And with my little doodad here, I always forget what these things are called. But you can see, I mean, this thing comes clear up over the hammock. And if I really wanted to, I could snug these guys up once I got in. And this thing would really almost act as a complete cover. Top cover and undercover. And you know, this thing's gonna block all the wind, well, the majority of it anyway, and it's also gonna keep my underquilt from getting damp. Now, you know, if I've got a tarp over me, there's a small chance that I'm gonna get damp. I mean, very little. But if I do have any rain that blows in the night, or any condensation or anything like that, dew or anything like that, my undercover is going to stay dry. That's important because it's down, and as everybody knows, if down gets wet, it loses its insulation value. So I just really like that green color that he put on there, Adam, from or Storm Crow from hammockgear.com. But everything on here, I can't say enough about. The undercover is from 2QZQ. I'll annotate their website. The underquilt is from hammockgear.com. I'll annotate their website. 2QZQ made my ridgeline organizer here, and they also made my peak bag. Wherever it went, there it goes. And you know, I can open that up in the night. I've got my balaclava in here. I've got a pair of extra socks and a couple extra stuff sacks that if I need them in the night, I can get them. I'm going to go ahead and set my camera up, and I'm going to go ahead and get in this thing and show you. So I'll be back with you in a minute. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get in this thing and show you how it looks in a minute. Okay, and then basically, you can see the undercover here. If I pull that back, I just want to make sure that I reach down here and just make sure my underquilt, I'm not going to really tug on it, but you just want to make sure it's there where you want it, to make sure it's going to keep you warm. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And then I tucked the edge of it up over my feet to make sure it covers my feet. And then I'm pretty much in here. And then as far as, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this guy, but this little ridgeline organizer, I've got my cigarettes. I can stick up here my lighter, my flashlight, because you know that's something I might need in the night. My car keys. I mean, not that I'll need my car keys in the middle of the night, but normally I would throw that in my shelf. But you can see what I mean. I got extra storage for stuff that I might need in the night. And you can see how it's kind of bunched up. If I really wanted to keep this thing nice and snug, what I could do, there's little tabs on the end here. I could put a little prusik on here to keep this thing nice and snug out. But I don't think I need to do that. And you know, in the night, I just pull it down out of my way and I'm good to go. And as far as the peak bag, which fell out of the hammock a minute ago, you can see it here. It's on a shot cord like I showed you. I just put that up underneath my head, use it like a pillow, It's got some socks and some stuff sacks in it. Normally I'd carry my balaclava in it, but you know, I'm using it right now. But in the middle of the night, if I got cold, I usually keep some extra long johns or an extra pair, whatever I think I might need in the night. But my system right now, I'm really happy with it. I do have a 20-degree down sleeping bag that I use as an underquilt. I zip maybe about a third of the way up, and that creates a foot box that I put my feet into, and then I just kind of lay it over top of me. And I don't tuck it up underneath my back because I've already got my underquilt that's keeping me plenty warm. So, and with the this guy here, if I cinch him up a little more, you can see how well I'm out of the wind. I mean, this thing's tucked clear up around me. I'm not going to get any drafts. And so, go ahead and loosen him up so you can see. But the only thing I think I would need else is a good top quilt. Good 0-degree top quilt. And with that, I think I'll be good to go into 0-degree temperatures with what I've got on right now. But if you have any comments or questions or anything like that, please feel free to let me know. I'll put the names of the websites that I got all this stuff from down in the description, and let me know what you think. If you want to see some of this stuff more in depth, just let me know and I'll show it to you. So I think I'm going to lay back and kind of relax for a little while. I'm plenty warm right now. Like I said, it's about 49 or 40 degrees in my garage right now. It's about 31 outside. I think I might lay here and take a nap. But thanks for watching.